Good evening. It's good to be back with you again, isn't it, Ronnie?
Indeed it is. And in a packed programme tonight, I shall be talking to the highly successful team of free enterprise dustmen who have solved the problem of rubbish disposal in central London. They're making 3 deliveries a week.
And the BBC's head of religious broadcasting will be here to tell us that, acting on information received, he will not now be allowing the Nolan sisters to appear as the 5 foolish virgins. There are only 4 of them.
We had hoped to bring you the chairman of the Slightly Deaf Society in his underpants, but he wouldn't hear of such a thing.
So instead we'll be meeting Oswestry housewife Mrs. Nellie Gaskett, reputedly the world's fussiest woman, who was granted a divorce from her husband today on the grounds that he clashed with the curtains.
But first, the news. In Trafalgar Square today, the great anti-pornography rally was cancelled at the last moment when Mrs. Whitehouse refused to mount the rostrum.
Bad news tonight for ecologists. Traffic pollution is now so bad in the West End of London that this afternoon a nightingale was sick in Berkeley Square.
And now a sketch based on a pantomime in which Mr. Ronnie Corbett plays the back end of a mouse.
Hello, Ducky.
Morning, sir. Very nice morning.
No, it isn't, dear. I haven't had my oats.
Oh.
Tell me, what do you suggest? Have you got any bran flakes or corn crispies or, well, what do you recommend?
Well, force is very nice, sir.
Oh, yes, I like a bit forceful, don't we? Yes, no, I mean, anything else, Tom?
Well, we've got fizz, crunch, a muesli or oat cake nibbles, sir.
I think I have the fizz.
One fizz, right, sir? Yes, there we are. There's the fizz, sir.
Yes. Have you any, a packet of flash?
Packet of flash?
Yes, sir. Yes. And some Vim?
Some Vim, yes, sir. And the Vim, there we are. Nice Vim there, sir.
Yes. Now, furniture polish.
Yes.
Have you any Spangle?
No, sir, I've got shine, wine, whiz, glide, slide, slip, slap or skid, sir.
I'll have the whiz.
The whiz, yes, sir. The whiz. Now, where have I put the whiz? The whiz. Oh, there it is, yes.
And I desperately need a deodorant.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, sir, no.
Have you any stud?
Stud? No, I'm afraid we haven't got stud. No, we've got sting, stiff, sniff, snort, whoops, wow, and some sailor beware, sir.
I'll have the whoops,
The
please.
whoops, yes. One whoops.
Yes.
Big whoops, sir?
Oh, always.
Oh, yeah.
Now, insect spray. Do you do Doom at all?
No, I haven't got Doom. I've got Boom, Zoom, Clear the Room, Squash, Squelch or Squirt.
I'll have the Boom, please.
The Boom, yes. Big Boom, sir?
Oh, always.
Boom.
Now, some washing powder?
Washing powder, yes. I've got Daz, Bizaz, Omo, Promo, Primo, Pull, Push, Whoosh, Rinso, Ritzo, Ratzo, Rotzo and Shrimp.
I'll have the whoosh.
The whoosh, yes. The whoosh. Whoosh. There it is. Whoosh.
Lovely. Now, some alcohol-free lager.
Wet whistle, wallop or windbreaker, sir.
The wallop.
The wallop, sir. Pint of wallop, sir?
Well, actually, I'm a half pint man.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, sir. There we are. Half pint,
Thank you very much. Now, some lemonade?
Lemonade, Tang, Fang, Bang or Tinkle Juice, sir.
I'll have the Bang,
The
please.
Bang, yes. Bottle of Bang. There we are, sir. Are we nearly there?
We are nearly there, actually. Yes, I've just 2 more things to
Yes.
I want some sauce. Have you any HP?
No, I've got OK, FA, JR, Fruity, Floppy, Sloppy, Slurp, Splosh or Splatter, sir.
I'll have the splatter.
One splatter, sir. There it is.
Yes. And, let me see now, 1 chocolate bar.
Yes, sir. We've got Crackle, Crush, Crunch, Crash, Cram, Creamy, Steamy, Slimy and Stick Maker, sir. Oh, the crash. 1 crush, so there we are, sir.
Yes. That's a weird then. That is the lot.
Oh, right, sir. So that's Flash, Fizz, Vim, Whiz, Crash, Bang, Wallop, Whoosh, Whoops, Boom and Splatter, sir.
Yes. Could you say that again, please?
Yes, sir. You've got Flash, Fizz, Vim, Whiz, Crash, Bang, Wallop, Whoosh, Whoops, Boom and Splatter.
That'll be right. Yes, sir.
£4.25, please.
Oh, I'm not buying them.
You what?
No, I just want to hear you say them again.
Why, sir?
Well, I couldn't afford any fireworks this year. Seriously.
May the force go with you.
Good evening. I am Russian. Russian head. British hook. Russian joke. This time of year, you American capitalists and you imperial British running dogs are thinking of holiday. Here is a smile of welcome for you here in Russia. Russian holidays start with Aeroflot airline and fun begin with a raffle for the seat. No, first class in the Russian plane. Third class, fourth class, pigs. No, you arrive at the Russian hotel. All rooms complete. But please to bring your own towels, soap, and plug for wash basin. Also wash basin. In the Russian hotel, there is no bugging. We do not place silly men who bug. All propaganda. However, if you have complaint about the room, please to speak clearly into hot water bottle. Incidentally, in Russia, there's no speaking clock. But if you hear knock on the door, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Moscow, and you wish to venture out to see the changing of the guards at the Lubyanka prison? Or to Red Square and the tomb of the unknown tourist? Oh, please to spit on infamous tomb of well-known dissident Yu Pushov, accidentally run over by 3 buses only last week. Oh, no, sorry, that is next week. Rub shoulders with our friendly police, KGB, NVD. Funny way to spell police. Word of warning. Some Russian girls will approach you and offer themselves for a bar of soap. This disgraceful, unsocialist behavior. Going right to 2 bars of soap. Good enough. Evening, Molotov cocktail hour. Time for culture. Bolshoi, I hear you cry. And we have many theaters. At Vanessa Redgrave Theater, in Ken Livingstone Grad. There is Russian woman athletes, male voice choir. Oh, they do 2-hour concert. If you don't applaud, they do 3-hour concert. And a note to you men. If when walking across the Red Square, you hear Kalinka, it means it's real brass monkey weather. Solzhenitsyn. Excuse me. Dostoevsky. In Moscow, many good musical shows. At the Bolshoi is Niet, Niet, na Niet. No longer starring Rudolf Nureyev. Features Song of the Welgar Boatman, about a man who fall in love with his shredded wheat. Also see Donald and Shirley MacLaine in Sound of Music, and Guy Burgess in Puffin Boots. Russian food is best in the world. Here, cabbage on toast. Cabbage sandwich. And cabbage in the hole. Here, new conception by our great chef, Vladimir Iskofiev. Cabbage surprise. Here. Surprise, there's no cabbage in it. Oh. British knife. You remember Uri Geller? Here, you cut food from Russia, like this. Here. Vladimir, impossible. You take home a souvenir of Russia, like this Leningrad rock. See, all the way through it says, help, I am prisoner in the rock factory. Just a minute. The fool has signed it. But I hear the music of the samovar summing up the magic of Russia. My friends, why not visit us before we visit you?
How long is it now, Dorry?
How long is what, lad?
You know, since you were planning to move to a more expensive house.
Oh, that? No, we decided not to move now. There's no need.
No need? How do you mean?
The council put the rent up.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elaine Page.
If you don't want my love, if you don't want my love, if you don't want my love, I know who I'll give it to. He may not have your charm, have them hanging on his arm, but he won't do me harm. If you don't want my stuff, if you best. But I got to get you off my chest. Because you don't want my love. Don't want to stop me. You don't want my love. He's come to get me. You don't want my love. Can you hear him? No, no, knocking at the door. If you don't want the thrill, if you don't want the thrill, if you don't want the thrill, I know who will. You don't want my love. He's out there. You don't want my love. In Mercedes. You don't want my love. Why don't you stop me? Stop me. Stop me. Stop. Me. You don't want the thrill.
Oh, hi, Barney.
Morning, Crescent.
Here, don't strand up there, Long Street. Regis Park your bark inside down there.
There we are. Well, I must say it's chorly wood to see you again. How on the hill are you?
Mustn't grumble. Still getting them pains in me Dawson Junction, you know. Epping nuisance, they are. What about Euston?
Oh, fair lot to Marylebone, thanks, you know. Tottenham, Hale and Highbury most of the time.
What about the missus?
Oh, well.
Oh, Dollis Hill, was she?
Oh, no, Chigwell. Oh, yeah. Chigwell, the old elephant castle.
And your brother-in-law, what's his name?
What, Greenford, you mean? Oh, still very young.
Oh, is he? Yeah. Bit Queensway, is he?
Yeah, Brent is Notting Hill Gate, as a matter of fact. Mixed with a very funny crowd and all, you know.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, he was going around with the Thaden boys at one time, wasn't he? They're big fellas, aren't they?
Whopping.
Yeah. Well, it was Islington down about 6 o'clock this morning, wasn't it, eh?
Absolutely poured with Rayners Lane.
Yeah.
Very Wembley Parky out there and all now, you know.
I know, yeah. Still good for the Covent Garden, isn't it?
Yeah. What? All that Bayswater, you mean?
Yeah, Turnham Green, that will, yeah. Yeah, my wife wanted to Dagenham up the Arana's Grove and plant something bushy and oxy instead.
What, she know a lot about Kew Gardens, eh?
Vauxhall, as a matter of fact. Watford High Street's the matter with you?
Earl's Court up in me hatch end, I think. There we are.
Here.
That's Becontree.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Do you fancy a putney after work down the Angel?
It's more than my Rickman's worth. My wife thinks I'm made of ale as it is. If I slip down the Angel, I'll very probably end up Old Totteridge or Whetstone. The Hammersmith to pay when I get home.
Bit of an old witch, your old lady, is she, eh? Yeah, mine's just the same. I have to get down on my hamsters and knees and if I want to go for a Pimlico, you know.
Rather high than me. What's this here? There we are. That's it. All get off here.
Oh, yeah.
What about you?
Cop Fosters.
Tuning back now, then. Tuning back.
Oh, here. Hey, you left the Barbican. Silly Arsenal.
The kidnapped all-girls orchestra are now on board the SS Uganda, bound for Hong Kong, with their captors, the wily Mr. Chang, and the completely nutty Angus McSpreading, his butler. Meanwhile, our two pathetic heroes, Charlie Farley and Piggy Malone, have been lured to a safari park by a gang of hired Chinese thugs, and are even now participating in a sinister game of hide-and-seek that could result in death for them and dinner for the lions.
Is that thing working? Yeah, I've had it on all the time. Listen. More than our chances are. Where are we going to hide? 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 We've got to get to the docks. Susie and Mrs. Bumstead will be there. The girls are bound for Hong Kong. Yeah, we've got to dodge this lot first, though, ain't we? A heavy blow on the back of the head is not my idea of a day out. head is not my idea of a day out.
The boat sails within the hour. Angus will soon be with us, and we are bound for Hong Kong.
And your dream will have come true, Wang Fang Chang.
Yes. At last, I have my harem. Each one a virtuoso. I go to make preparations to get Angus aboard. You stay here. Look after my treasure.
His treasures. Jealous, darling?
Not in the least. I have other accomplishments.
We both have, dear heart. While they're playing him a tune, we're leading him a dance. Who is it?
It's cabin service.
We ordered nothing. We're in rehearsal.
It's flowers to wish you bon voyage.
Bon voyage!
boys.
Hello. Susie, what's happening now?
Do not worry.
Oh, thanks, Charlie.
There we are. Sorry, that's yours. That's mine. That's right.
Yes, all the best. All the best.
What are you after, old man? Who are you? You followed us halfway around the world, and yet you seem somehow familiar.
Yeah, what do you want?
Don't you remember? You've still got my false teeth.
Yes?
Are you the person I should see about taking out an insurance policy?
Yes, that is right. Come in.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Only I want to insure myself, you see.
Ah, fine.
Against becoming Jewish.
Right. You're just, I'm sorry?
I want to insure myself against becoming Jewish. An excellent cover, not too high a premium if possible.
Yes, well, I think you'd better take a seat.
Thank you, thank you.
Are you comfortable?
Oh, I'll get by.
Look, while what you suggest is perfectly reasonable in every way, we as the insurers have to satisfy ourselves, you see, that the chance of you becoming Jewish is minimized as far as possible. Do you understand?
You mean you think I'm already Jewish?
No, I don't.
You think I'm Jewish already?
No.
Well, if you think I'm Jewish, just come right out and say so.
I think you're Jewish. Little note of levity. However, I will have to take down some details, obviously, for the sake of... now, could I have your name, please?
It's Abrahams.
Abrahams, yes. Now, and your address?
35, Bar Mitzvah Garden. Stanmore.
Yes, right. Well, Mr. Abrahams,
No, please, call me Reuben.
Thank you. Well, Robin,
Reuben.
Sorry, Reuben. While I personally don't doubt your sincerity in any way at all, I mean, I really mean that, I can't, of course, answer, you see, for my superiors.
Oh, superior schmooperior. Let them tell you what to do.
Now, look, that is the sort of thing that may very well arouse suspicions. That Jewish expression.
Look, I can't help my face, can I? I can't do about my own face. I can't do anything about my own face. Look, why don't you accept the word of a man when he says he's not Jewish? Look at me. I'm miserable. Jewish people have a wonderful sense of humour. They're funny. Look at Max Bygrave.
Max Bygrave is not Jewish.
Exactly. All my life, I'm Gentile. Please, I'm as goy as they come.
Look, I must ask you to leave the office. I really...
Oh, what am I showing? Look, please, would you mind, do me a favour, just reconsider my offer, would you please?
Look, you don't seem to understand, Mr. Abrams, the very principle of insurance is that you, the client, pay we, the insurers, large sums of money.
Yes?
Yes, that is it. that is insurance, you see. Now, were you to ask me to insure you against becoming a Catholic...
A Catholic? What do you take me for? What do you take me for? I should want a policy against sudden conversion to Catholicism. You must think I'm balmy.
£1 a month.
Oh, £1 a month, I'll take it. Look, could you insure my friend Jaime as well?
Against becoming a Catholic, certainly.
Oh, that's wonderful. He's outside. I'll just go and get him. It won't take a moment. Thank you. Jaime, the man says he will insure you against becoming a Catholic. I told you I'll get you a good deal. Come on in, come on in. This is my friend Jaime Borgia.
Before I start tonight, I have been asked to warn any young children looking in that they should not, under any circumstances, attempt to tell the joke I'm going to tell tonight. It is extremely dangerous. This audience could murder me. Now, whereas the father of 2 children myself, I like to be a little bit careful. As a matter of fact, my 2 young daughters will both be fast asleep by now. They're over there in the 3rd row. No, that was just a little joke. To be honest, I have bought them a little present. A pet. I don't want to speak too loudly because I have an idea it may be asleep. Yes, it is. No, actually, to be honest, I bought this because my elder daughter has not been having a happy time of it just lately, ever since we started sending her to the John McEnroe Charm School. Now, to be honest, I don't think the teachers, to be honest, have got the first idea. The other week, she had her arithmetic homework sent back, marked 12 out of 10. 12 out of 10, must try harder, it said. Then for English, everyone in the class had to write an essay on the subject, how does your daddy earn a living? She put it beats me. By contrast, my other daughter is doing quite well. She's very much into music and art at the moment. She does a lot of brass band rubbings, you know. On with the story. Now, this is actually a true story, personally witnessed by our local choir master while he was in the Oddfellows Arms, selling copies of Gay News. And as a matter of fact, our village pub, to be honest, is steeped in local history. At one time of day, it used to be known as the Shoemaker's Arms, after a chap who lived there in the 18th century. The story goes that one day he joined the King's Cobblers and has... Remember, he's sound asleep. He joined the King's Cobblers and had his needle and thread confiscated. Anyway, a few weeks... I've just seen it myself, as a matter of fact. Does bring a tear to your eye. Anyway, a week ago, one Sunday lunchtime, all the regulars were there at the bar, and the local farmer was just demonstrating his new idea for producing instant butter, a cow in a rocking chair. And the landlord's wife had just served up one of her extra hot curries, and there was a mad scramble for the pile of pennies. At that point, into the pub walked this rather large huntsman with a rifle slung over his shoulder. And he went straight up to the landlord. He said, "Excuse me," he said, "I am looking for a little sport." And the landlord said, "Have you tried the vicar's daughter?" The chap said, "That is no good. It's got to be dear." He said, "Well, she doesn't come cheap." Because he has a ready wit, our landlord. The chap said, "Look," he said, "my good man, I mean to bag some deer, and I'm wondering whether there are any in that big forest down the road." The landlord said, "Whatever you do, don't go in there." He said, "That is the private estate," he said, "of Sir Hartley Ponsforth. And he has a very short way with poachers," he said. "If he finds you shooting his deer," he said, "he'll tie you to the back of one of his sheep." The chap said, "What's so terrible about that?" He said, "You'll find out when the lamb gets loose." I should have said ram, but it'll be cut anyway. The huntsman, undeterred, said, he said, "I'll take that risk," he said, and immediately departs to the forest, where, as luck would have it, he bags a small deer, and he loads it onto his shoulder, you see, and he begins strolling back to the van. Well, he's about 100 yards from the gate, when all of a sudden he's confronted by the local gamekeeper. And he thinks to himself, "Now, don't panic, I'll just stay calm, act casual, he may not notice I'm carrying the dead deer." He doffs his cap. He said, "Good morrow, sir," he said, "I've just been picking wildflowers and I seem to have lost my way." The gamekeeper said, "Don't give me that." He said, "What is that on your shoulder?" He said, "Oh," he said, "this." He said, "This is a rifle. You can't be too careful with these footpads and muggers about." At which point the gamekeeper gives in a baleful glare. He said, "I'm not talking about the rifle. I'm talking about the other shoulder." Chap says, "Other shoulder? What other shoulder?" Ooh. I say, Albert.
What?
Do you reckon our wives are having a good time round at your house?
Well, they might be. Then again, they might not.
Yeah, I can't say I am. What? I can't say I am having a good time.
No, neither can I.
What? Say you're having a good time, you mean?
No, I can't say I'm having a good time either.
No, neither can I.
No. I don't think either of us are, really.
No, not really. Not having a good time, no.
Hello? Oh, hello. Yeah. Oh, well, funny, because we was just saying the same thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell him then. Yeah. Right-o.
Who was that?
That was your wife, Doris.
Oh, yeah.
She says they're not having a good time either, no. So she's going to come back here.
Oh, right.
I think I might as well be getting off home myself, then.
Yeah. I say, Albert, I don't think we'll bother to do this again, do you?
No, definitely not. No. I don't think this wife swapping's all he's cracked up to me.
Welcome once again to Crop Off the Flops. Now let's run down the charts. It's Boring by Atrocious at number 10. Top of the Tree, The Early Risers. They're up. 9. I'd Like to Sleep All Night Without You. Knickers. Down 3 times this week. 8. Grounded, Celluloid Burp. Number 7. It's about that then. Stretch Me, Pink Elastic Band. 6. I Want to Be Seduced by the Nolan Sisters all at once. No, sorry. I Want to Be Seduced by the Nolan Sisters, 5. All at Once by the Band of the Cold Stream Guards, film number 4. And this one, Bad Habits by Buster Gut, number 3. How about this one?
I got bad habits. Don't clean up the rabbits. I got bad habits. I'm real bad news. I kicked my brother. We hate one another. I ratted on my mother. To the red man. If I don't like the look in your eye, I spit in it. If I spy a Rolls Royce going by, I throw a load of sugar and grit in it. Shut up! And I told them all to strut off of the labour exchange. I'm real grotty, and me head looks potty, 'cause it's like a baby's body, and I'm real strange. I got bad habits. I don't clean up me rabbits. Me head looks potty. It's like a baby's body. I grease it and I oil it. I shove it down the toilet. Bad habits. I don't clean up me rabbits.
And now, creeping up to the number 2 spot, those 2 brilliant lads, Chat and Dave.
By and large.
As it happens.
I gave it a go.
Why don't you tune up your bass?
Why don't you shut your face? You don't half look a stage.
Watch it, mate. You look a right prairie at. Wave your trousers like that. Is that one of them 1.5-piece suits? Or have your trousers out around with your boots? Oh, yeah, well, stop talking. Why don't you give it a rest?
You got more rabbit than Sainsbury's. It's time you got it off your chest. I never dreamed I'd end up with the loss of you. If you don't like it, you can stop it. That's what you can do. I'll tell you, mate, I've had about enough of you with your incessant talking.
becoming a pest.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Now his new girl's rather white, sort of on the stout side,
But when she smiles, it's beyond belief.
no teeth. She would half make some dough in a circus sideshow. She'd have them all queuing up at the doors. She'd draw the crowds like she crowds her drawers. Oh, you won't stop talking. Why don't you give it a rest? You've got more rabbit than Sainsbury's. It's time you got it off your chest. I never dreamed I'd end up with the likes of you. If you don't like it, you can stop it. That's what you can do. I'll tell you, mate, I've had about enough of you. With your incessant talking, you're becoming a pest. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Yeah, 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 rabbit, rabbit, yeah, yeah, rabbit, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Bunny, 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 jabber, 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 bunny, bunny, jabber, jabber, rabbit.
Wonderful. Boys and girls.
Guys and girls.
Marks and Spencers. Still at number one, here you have it.
Where?
Coming up now is Adam and the Nuts with Spider-Woman.
Spider-Woman, Spider-Woman, Spider-Woman. Wanna be a fly upon your wall, wanna be a fly. Though I'm not exactly very tall, I can jump quite high. Spider-Woman, I'm in love with you. Spider-Woman, I'm in love with you. With wild elation, not afraid to fall. You got to mute to my seduction. I want to use my powers of suction. Set them on the wall. I ain't got 6 legs, I've only 2. But I like to get one over on you. Wanna be a fly upon your wall. Wanna be a fly. Don't get no peace at all till I'm high and dry. Good up in my cozy web with you. You could make a young fly's dream come true. Wanna be a fly upon your wall. Wanna be a fly. Wanna be a fly upon your wall. Wanna be a fly. Wanna be a fly. Wanna be a fly. Wanna be a fly.
Well, that's it for this week. Look after yourselves, and if you're travelling by rail tomorrow and you hear mysterious squeaks, creaks, thumps and bumps, just remember, it's the age of the train.
Well, that seems to be just about all we have time for this year, doesn't it, Ronnie?
Yes, I'm sorry to say it does.
But before we go, a few late items of news. The cremation took place earlier today of Mrs. Doris String, Britain's longest-serving office cleaner. And at a brief ceremony this evening, former colleagues swept her ashes under the carpet.
Good news tonight after today's accident at the house of Marvo the magician, where, due to a misunderstanding, he changed his wife and daughters into a sofa and 2 armchairs. All 3 are said to be comfortable.
In a major policy statement on television tonight, President Reagan told Americans that the present recession has to be confronted with all the intellectual force his administration can muster. He's forming a posse.
Finally, we've just heard about a new and relatively cheap way of splitting the atom. You send it through the post, Mark Fragile.
Until then, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
Goodbye.